So the more and more time that ends up coming out, the more and more I realize that the iPhone 6s, this kind of old iPhone, 2015 flagship somewhat, this probably could have gotten iOS 16 and it probably could have been a pretty decent experience on this iPhone. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, this iPhone, as most of you may know, it just stopped getting software support with iOS 16. Now, this thing is still going to be up to date for the most part. It's still going to be getting iOS updates for the next several months, probably even the next several years, who knows? But when I look at all the features that iOS 16 brought, honestly, there really wasn't anything super crazy that came within iOS 16 that probably this iPhone couldn't have already supported. Now, the iPhone 8 Plus that I have here is one of the older iPhones. It is technically the oldest iPhone supported. And weirdly enough, this iPhone on iOS 16 pretty much runs everything perfectly fine. I mean, if you look at this one, you look at the iPhone 6s, you probably couldn't tell that big of a difference until we probably get into the lock screen. That's really the only difference you can tell. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. These changes were almost all visual, which is good. And visually, nothing changed with the home screens, but there was nothing performance-wise where the iPhone 6s probably couldn't have gotten it. Now, I'm not even salty that the iPhone 6s didn't get this update. I'm more so salty that the iPhone 7 Pluses didn't get it. I feel like these iPhones could have definitely supported it. But with the iPhone 8 Plus, it's been performing pretty well. I don't really think it's been too slow. The only issue is that the battery hasn't been that great. And I think possibly that's the only area where Apple kind of wanted to make sure that the iPhone 6s kind of ended off right. I don't think they wanted to go ahead and have the iPhone 6s sitting there as an iPhone that was just gaining so much battery life and just protruding so much battery life in terms of battery health, because most iPhone 6s's, they're somewhat out, their battery health isn't really as good as it used to be. So that's kind of an issue. And I feel like that's the only reason why Apple even somewhat kind of supported this iPhone for that long. I mean, I just unplugged this iPhone literally when I started this video. It's been about 2.5 minutes and I'm already at 95% battery life. That's pretty bad. But beyond that, the features within iOS 16, all these other things like unsending iMessages and editing iMessages and other things like that, and this iPhone could have easily supported. I even think the lock screen could have probably been over and brought over to this specific iPhone as well. So when I look at this iPhone and I see what Apple did, I am kind of indifferent. I feel like this iPhone could have gotten iOS 16, but I totally understand that it didn't. I think it's probably not as big of a deal as something as the iPhone 7 Plus not getting this update. I mean, the 7 Plus is not, even the iPhone 7, not getting this next iteration of software is actually pretty insane to me, and I will still not forgive Apple for doing that. But when I look at the 6S and the 6S Plus, I'm not really salty these iPhones didn't get it, but I feel like they probably could have supported it, which is so crazy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.